Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now.
Against Barcelona.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. There's the whistle, and here we go.
Frank Rijkaard's presence here in the middle will be massive, Peter. He's so physically dominant, such a destroyer.
But he does have a certain X-factor as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, and that's the side of his game that makes him so special, that ability to play on the front foot, triggering counter-attacks, quickening the tempo, and even carrying the ball forward, you know, if required.
Which has come to be expected from players in that position now, but at the time, of course, it was revolutionary.
Absolutely was.
Azar. Nedved. Aimed beyond the defence. And he's straight offside. Great defending, strong and determined. Threads one in. Well, that is one way to stop him. And he's there to retrieve it. Well, that has not gone well. O'Shea kept his eye on it, and he's there. Nedved. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. O'Shea kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
the shot! Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona are in front! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
Barcelona have penetrated for the first time.
Well, this should allow them to be a
Decent chance! Oh, the ball's run loose here. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. That's an imaginative pass. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And they're quick to get it back. Messi. Oh, he's having a go!
He was berating his defence before making the save, and he's at it again now.
Shevchenko. Looking for the run. Pass somewhat off target. And it's Azar. Rijkaard gets a foot in here. Can he get it through? Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
And that should get the job done. And now a sudden chance to counter. And he was quick to react. Pinches it off him. That ball looks a good one. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So we're up and running. Well, now the opposition are going to have to find something pretty special to stop Lionel Messi today, aren't they, Jim?
Yeah,
And the shot! Big moment! Massive goal!
well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
What about the pass, Peter? It was played so intelligently, and he picked out the perfect target.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Plays a sharp little ball here.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Nicely weighted ball. Not the most accurate pass. Mateus. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Threads one in. Pass is just off target. And he's heaved it away. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
No way through. That is ended up in no man's land.
Ah, welcome to modern football. You get hounded by everyone.
Can he stop it going out? They've got a corner here. Manchester United with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. Sporting are looking to go forward now. He's in plenty of space here. Messi. Oh, that was vital. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Shapes to shoot! Oh, that's another chance! And no mistake! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
Sporting, after 28 minutes is...
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, Peter, I know from experience there are players who always seem to know where the ball's going to end up. This isn't about luck at all, despite what people say. Just keep an eye on his movement.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Great vision. Oh, he's found support out wide. Diaz receives it in a wide position. That's put paid to the danger. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Cruyff absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
He's shifting through the gears here. Diaz stood his ground strong. Diaz! They've got to be quick to recover this. And yet another chance goes to waste.
Sporting really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Terrific effort! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
It's their second corner of the game. Sporting! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
That's smart play from him, actually, Peter. That goal was all about positioning. He knew instinctively where to be should the keeper have gotten a little jittery.
Sporting with the lead.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Diaz has it out wide and in space. And it's hoisted clear. It's a loose touch and the ball is anyone's.
There will be 3
That's just
minutes
playing it
added
safe
time.
and simple.
Well, we expected better and so did he. Now that looks a decent ball. Now he's got space here. Oh, delightful ball. Messi. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. And that brings the first half to a close. So, engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one. The midway point of the game.
Oh, what a half, Peter. What a half. It really has had a bit of everything. Two sides going tooth and nail, trying to win this from the off. If only all games could serve this up.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly.
Substitution.
So we're off again.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Silvestre gets over and intercepts, and it's Messi. Now it's Cruyff. Taken back almost at once. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Now try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. Messi. Oh, good read. Rijkaard. He is through here. It's Bergkamp! That is decidedly lacking.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Showing great feet there. Silvestre makes the interception. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
He's gone for goal! Now it's Messi. That is a great pick out.
Manchester United may only be one behind, but they're showing much in terms of threatening parity.
Looking for options for movement.
Manchester United really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Akanji cuts out the pass. Time is running out here.
Well, whatever it is, Peter, it needs to be drastic and quick. Maybe the late show.
And that pass just didn't quite work.
Substitution for Manchester United. Number 7.
So we have
Mbappe.
movement on both benches.
Number 18.
So a couple of front-footed alterations here, a pair of forwards entering the field.
It's a bold move. The manager's made his intentions pretty clear. He's going for this.
I think that's offside. Yes, it is.
Substitution in progress.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
And that's a throw-in. Can he get on the end of this? No luck with that dink over the top. Two minutes to be added on. Probing pass. Oh, that pass isn't the best. That's really well cleared. And time is up. Manchester United can look back at this result with regret. A front foot start, but they were ultimately made to pay for their inability to kill it off. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. We're up and running then.
I hope I don't seem biased towards my compatriot, but I really think John O'Shea could have a very big role to play here.
Listen, you don't win all the medals that he's won without doing something right, do you?
Exactly. And I think he's going to have a busy game, covering all sorts of defensive positions, especially when the team's on the front foot. That's when his versatility really comes into its own.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. It's a searching pass. Now that looks a decent ball. Not the most accurate pass. Aimed beyond the defence. Can he finish? He's delivered all right! How very smart. He just got it right.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
Manchester United finding themselves unexpectedly behind. And smartly reclaimed. Chance for a shot! Off the post! And that's a tidy finish! They're level in a trice!
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
Manchester United.
Drogba at his razor-sharp best there.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
Manchester United restore parity. And a chance! Goal! Manchester United! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. And it's O'Shea. Knocks it into space. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Well, that pass isn't the best. Now it's Yamal. 15 minutes till half-time. It's played through for him. Kaka. And he was quick to react. He's in plenty of space here. That is ended up in no man's land. Gerrard. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. The defence opting here for strength in numbers. Now it's come to nothing. Can he finish? And yes, it's there! And there's your hat-trick hero. He is simply indefatigable. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. A fabulous show of vivid colour and vocal cords. The new look Camp Nou at its best. So it's away we go then. Well, here's your hero, goal scorer, match winner, saviour, all in one. Lionel Messi is indeed one of a kind, and history shows that he is all of those things and so much more.
Yeah, and we can testify to that, having covered quite a few of those games where he showed the very best qualities.
Yeah, time after time, it is a tale of the extraordinary, and we've come to expect the extraordinary from him.
We have.
It's a threatening ball. Great vision. Gerrard in acres of space out wide.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And he's there to get it away. And smartly reclaimed. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Diaz tries to pass it through.
Yeah, we get to see this more and more.
And a chance! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Barcelona with the corner, they're first. Messi with the short one. Diaz! Diaz! Goal! Barcelona! You just know there is no stopping that.
I think he's even surprised himself, Peter, in how well he caught that.
So we have the first goal.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Now it's Gerrard. Diaz has the space to scheme. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. That'll be a throw-in. That is good alertness.
Manchester United are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Lahm spots it and intercepts. Great ball if he can get there. And this is Pele! And that was very necessary. Pedri. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Pele, and he's worked it through, and he's heaved it away. And it's Azar.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Pedri couldn't squeeze it through. And this is Cruyff. And that could well leave a mark. And that is well cleared. Cruyff.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Baresi. Can he get it through?
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Nice looking ball.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Well read, nice interception. And it's half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. Manchester United unable to get back onto level terms before half-time. They trail 1-0.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing It just hasn't gelled.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest. So off we go again.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Oh, what has happened here? Oh, well, that is not a great touch.
Yeah, it all looked so promising until unexpected sloppiness intervened.
Now it's Cruyff. Hazard has it out wide and in space. Referee's had a good look and given a corner. And he gets rid in a hurry. And now they can spring out of defence. Pass is just off target. And he can thump it away. And that has not gone well. Now, can they get him away? He's found space here. Just eases him off the ball. Akanji is very much of the nonchalant school of defending. Alexander-Arnold clears without hesitation. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
This is a really front-footed approach.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Now it's Haaland. Dealt with nicely by the defence. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Manchester United are not doing enough to get themselves back in the game. They're not as threatening as their opposition. It's got to change.
Messi. That is good strength. And the ball's come loose here. Baresi.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Alexander-Arnold. Big chance! Goal! Do not write them off. Back they come. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
After 78 minutes is number 20, Pele! Substitution for Barcelona, number 14, Luis Diaz.
So time for
Number
change,
20,
and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Coming
So
on
a
the
couple of
field,
front-footed alterations here, a pair of forwards entering the field.
Well, it looks like he's playing his trump card. That'll inject a lot of energy up front.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Manchester United really can sense it now. This game is theirs to win. They just need to step it up and force the issue.
Looking to play him in, and it's been played through.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
It's a pretty loose pass.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Memphis Depay receives it in a wide position. Oh, he's been flattened there.
Well, he got rid because he was under
Bit
pressure.
of an appeal, but nothing doing. And that will be it. A good watch, a really good watch. Both sides toiling to try and outthink, outsmart each other. But it wasn't to be, and they're all square. Pele picking up the Man of the Match award.